Good afternoon, good morning, good night, wherever you are, people. We are here. I'm Elliot. This is Dad's podcast, commissioned by Croydon, and we are touching on all things related to fatherhood. Specifically, today, we're going to talk about getting to know and getting to meet our babies, our children. I'm sure for you lot, it was probably one of the most exciting times, or at least leading up to it. The thought of meeting your child for the first time was exciting. So tell me, what was that experience like when you first got to see your child for the first time?
When I first got to see my child, I was quite excited.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, like, I found myself to always be the type of person that when I was younger, I couldn't kind of wait to be a dad. So, that was pretty exciting. Also, I had my child in COVID, so had a lot of time to get to know my child.
I had one of those ones as well, COVID babies.
Yeah.
What about yourself?
It was all right, you know. Similar to Trish, I was excited as a young person to be a dad. Getting to know my baby, it just came natural.
Yeah.
It just became natural. I've always been the one to look after. Like my cousins have kids, and my brother. Like I've done the nappy changes then, so all of them things just came natural. Like I just kind of knew what to do as well, and seeing my brother do it as well.
Yeah.
It was just like, all right, cool, I know what to do because I'm quite close to my brother. So every time he was having a kid, I was there. And you know.
Yeah. Do you guys remember the labour process? Because for me, all three of my children were born via cesareans.
Okay.
So it wasn't a vaginal birth. I remember for my first son, we didn't know what we was having. So I didn't want to find out. We didn't want to find out. So I wanted to be surprised. And literally, you're in the hospital, the sheet's up, you're at one end, mother is on behind the other side of the sheet just to top off, and then after a bit of time you hear crying, and I'm like, what is it? They come around and bring him to me. Is a little boy. I'm like, yes, I've got a little boy. That moment was magical. That was magical for my second and third children. Second one was during COVID. I was in another room, they brought him round, got to see him. Similar for the third one, but I remember specifically those periods of times, the feelings, the intensity of the emotion. Was it like that for you too? Was the labour relatively smooth, no hiccups as well?
I would say, I could remember like the whole day here. So I was always on edge anyway about waters breaking. So when the day came, the worst thing is it caught me by surprise that day. Every day I was like, I know my child's coming soon. One day I just went to bed. Literally, I was tired. Yeah. Next thing you know, bed. Yeah. You can imagine with my partner, the bed's wet. I'm like, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, at first I was a bit groggy, but in the end, I was like very excited. Yeah. Also, I was living like far away from the hospital, and I wanted to have my child in a specific place, so at St. Thomas's.
Yeah.
So yeah, even that journey was like a bit traumatic.
And what about yourself, Cordell?
For me, I was so, like, when my daughter was born, I was so worried about the labour process and things like that. I actually had alopecia.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's why, I don't know if you remember, but I was always wearing a hat. So I've known Trish since I was like 10.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was hard, but literally the moment my daughter came out, the 2 days later, the hair started growing. So it was that stressing me out, and that process of being worried of, because like I saw things that mum gets hurt and things like that, and I saw all of these things, and so it was a difficult time, but everything went smooth.
Good.
Everything went smooth. We was, I think, so we had her in the morning. By midday, we was in Iceland.
Okay. Iceland of all places.
By midday, we was in Iceland getting shopping, and
You thought to show your child Iceland.
Listen, I needed to get food, innit? Yeah, I was hungry. It was a long.
Okay.
I think I was in the hospital for a day or two prior, so it was a long process, you know.
So, the fury of the labour process. Baby's born. You go home. Now it's like, what next? How was that process for you in terms of getting into a routine, but not more so getting into the routine, but getting to know the personality of your child? Like, were they crying a lot? All of these things. How was that for you two?
For me, I have a daughter, so again, I don't have much females in my family, so that bit was probably the biggest worry for me.
Yeah.
Like, I only really, like, again, when you're raised by your dad, it's just, I'm from a Caribbean background, so you were just raised a certain way.
Yeah.
So having a new female to look after just like threw me off completely. I didn't know like what I should be doing really.
Yeah.
If I'm being 100% honest. But as time went on, I guess I just learned. And one good thing with me is I have a younger sister. So she's quite a bit younger than me. So I got to kind of see her grow up from a baby stage. Because I'd say she's about 15 years younger than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about yourself? Like in terms of things like nappy changes as well, because you just said you didn't know how to do any of those things. Were they natural for you?
Yeah, it was just because I had been doing it.
Yeah.
It was just, I'm a man of routine as well.
Okay.
So routine. I remember my partner tried to put, or my ex-partner tried to put my daughter in the bed to sleep. And I was like, whoa, no, she's got her own bed. She was like, yeah, but she's only a day old. I said, no. I'm not, this is my bed. You know what I mean? So I'm a man of routine, you know?
Yeah.
So it just came okay. Like, it was just, you know?
Okay. And speaking of meeting your children, their personalities, were there any specific things that you saw shine through? Like, they smile in this particular way, or they like this when they see this on the television, or was there anything in particular that just stuck out to you in those early days?
I think my daughter, she liked music a lot. So up to this day, she still is like fond of all types of music. So that's one thing I recognized with her from like birth, that she liked music a lot. So when she was crying or upset, just used to always try different types of music until I found the right one that just had her stopping crying, really.
Okay. What about yourself?
Not really, you know.
Nothing really?
No, I think when they got to about 4 or 5.
Or when they're children.
Yeah, when they're children, I kind of like call your because their personalities, what they are now, wasn't what they're like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Wasn't like what they're a couple of years ago. So personality for a child always changes. All like, especially environment will change, and the environment will change their personalities. When they go from nursery to reception to year 1, that will change. So who their teachers are at school, that can have an effect. So they're always changing.
Yeah.
What about yourself though? Like, what's
for me? I remember specifically. So my son's 15 now. Around the time me and his mum were watching the series called 24, and in the beginning of the series it goes dun, 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 and he would react in the belly to that. When he was born, same thing. We'd watch it and we'd like, rah, he remembers. So that was a bit of like mind blowing. Like, this is not that it's not real, but this is like, wow, he remembers. So that was one particular thing that really stood out for me. But otherwise, yeah, just getting to know him. I was very hands-on with all of them, playing with them. I wasn't one of those fathers that was fearful of being hands-on, being silly, talking to them. Sometimes as men, especially if you haven't had an experience where you are used to playing, and if you don't have that relationship with your parents at times, sometimes you can find it hard to relate to such a small child. So I didn't have any of those issues. But I did want to point out, how did you lot divide the caring responsibilities? So for example, nighttime feeds, who does what? Because I find as well, a lot of men sometimes in the first few months, they don't really want to, they want to be hands off. You either get some that really want to get involved, or you get some that really don't because they're scared they're going to break the child, or all of these things. That was that your experience, or did you have any of those thoughts?
At first, I think I was one of those ones that thought I was going to break the child.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, again, like having a daughter, I was just worried about the changing, and yeah, I just literally didn't know what to do, if I'm being 100% honest. But as time went on, I got the mother of my child to show me like, okay, when you're dealing with a female, this is how you wipe.
Yeah.
And yeah, from there, I think I've been hands-on since that day, yeah.
Do you have any particular memories that stand out? They could be what you may call insignificant, but they're significant for you from when they were very young. Do you have any of those? Because for me, I remember, to give you a heads up, I remember having a shower with my son. and my daughter, just having a shower, just me working it out, shower head up there. They're about 2 months old, and I'm showering with them, and I'm just like, rah, this feels dope. But it's a shower that I have every day. But having it with my children as babies, that was, I liked that.
I think with me, like, I heard what Cordell said about putting his child in the like cot, but I was very much like, I didn't want to leave her side because I was so worried. And at a young age, my daughter had sleeping apnea.
Oh.
So yeah, for me, first few months I didn't really sleep because every time she had times where she wouldn't breathe for a while in her sleep, it was just making me jumpy.
Jittery. What about yourself?
Yeah, I can't actually pinpoint an actual moment. Like, I feel like the last 10 years has been a blur.
Oh, okay.
Kind of thing. Like, just, I'm a man that just crack on, just got to get on with it. So it's kind of been a blur. I would say, I remember being hands-on. Just tell me what to do and I'll do it.
Okay.
I'm just trying to make your life as easy as possible.
Yeah.
I'm that good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think, that's. Yeah,
you're just a man, head down, get to it.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
No
just
time.
tell me what you need.
Tell
me what you need me to do, and I'll do it. Nighttime feeds.
Yeah,
I've always done them because I don't mind. I'm gonna lose a bit of sleep. I prefer you get up in the morning. I'm not getting up. I'm tired. So the nighttime, I will stay up later.
Yeah.
Then get up earlier. Getting up early is a struggle for me. But staying up late, it's all right. You know.
In terms of that approach, tell me what to do and I'll get on with it. Sometimes I found that can be a bit problematic because, especially for mother, where she's thinking about a million one things to do, sometimes they don't want to have to tell you again. They want you to use your initiative or whatnot. See things and do it without having to wait to be told to do it. Are there what were, for example, some of the challenges as it relates to getting to know your children and dividing who does what and what not? Like the division of tasks. Like, were there a lot of arguments? Or,
I didn't personally really have, like, we didn't divide it. Like, you do this and you do that. Apart from the nighttime feed. Yeah. We didn't divide it. It was just like, both got to do it. So we both got to wash up. We both got to do the laundry. We both got to tidy up. Just both have to crack on. Both make each other's life as easy as possible.
And yourself?
Yeah. I would say, we had a good line of communication. So again, I guess it just went without saying. I found it quite natural. So again, sometimes I'm kind of like Cordell as well. I prefer to not do the morning feed. That's a bit about it, but I'm someone to be very active anyway. Yeah. So most stuff is just really like, if I see it and I know it needs doing, I will just be active and do it.
Okay.
And I wouldn't have much problems really.
Okay.
What about you? Did you?
The night times, I didn't mind.
Yeah.
But I was fortunate that all three of my children, they slept quite well throughout the nights. So I was quite blessed. But you just divide up the things. As a man, I won't even say as a man. Sometimes you might leave things a little bit, but things get done in the end. Things get done. So it's a negotiating. It's a negotiation. And you kind of. But as I've grown older, I realise now the importance of using your initiative more.
Anything you would have done different?
That's what I was going to ask.
I had to get in there before you.
What I was going to differently. I would have. There's a lot. There's a lot of things that I do different.
Give me two.
Two things done differently. Yeah. I would have spent a bit more time preparing beforehand, because when baby comes, it's just whoosh.
Yeah.
So maybe a bit more. Mothers tend to. And I was a bit more, okay,
standoffish,
we don't need both of us to be that way inclined.
Yeah.
We need to balance. So that's what I'd say.
What about you, Tris?
I think, again, just probably trying to be more like proactive, because I was very proactive, but at the same time, now looking back and I know what to do,
yes,
I would have just got on and done it rather than like waiting for the mother to maybe tell me like, oh, you need to do this and you need to do this, and maybe even doing more research, to be honest with you. Like, I know that sounds crazy to be doing research before, but I don't think like people always know what like being a father entails.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, to be honest, if you do your research before and look, there's some things you can find out before. Not everything. Some is just by experience, but some you can, like, even, again, I've got friends, so, like, I've known Cordell for a while. I could just ask them, like, about their experiences and what things I can do. Because, again, if he's got a daughter and I've got a daughter, maybe I'm at home thinking, like, oh, I don't know how to deal with a daughter and what to do, when I could just literally call my friend and ask him his experiences and what he thinks I should do, which that's a thing I definitely think I'll do if I have another child, is like communicate with my friends more about what they're going through.
Definitely. All right, guys. Well, thank you for sharing your experiences and contributing. That is the Dad's Podcast for this episode, commissioned by Croydon. You'll see us again soon. Thank you.